Welcome to Spod and Lig Cast with Sean Bradshaw as Spod and Tom Kerwin as Lig.
Welcome to episode 7 of Spod and Lig Cast.
I am Spod.
And I'm Lig. You can follow us on Twitter at Spod and Lig Cast. Find us on Facebook, facebook.com/SpodLig. Subscribe to us on iTunes, Stitcher, Podomatic, and you can visit our website, spodlig.yolasite.com. Mindless self-promotion over. It's time for the podcast.
Indeed. So, Pokemon. Hello.
Pokemon, gotta catch up with you and me. I know it's my destiny.
Pokemon.
Oh, he's not my best friend.
Oh,
He's not my best friend. Oh, Pokemon.
Yeah.
Pokemon. How'd you get Pikachu on a bus?
Pokemon.
Pokemon. So, you're a Pokemon fan?
I am.
I'm a bigger Pokemon fan.
More than likely.
Yes.
He is a massive Pokemon nerd, in case you're wondering. He knows what levels that people learn their moves.
People, yep. Not Pokemon.
No.
People. What levels people learn their moves?
Yep.
And levels translates to age with people. So when you're 30, I'm going to be like, well, you're going to learn Ember.
Well, when I was 14, I learned Pound. And it was super effective.
Oh, really? Well,
you can deduce that one yourselves, listeners.
Spod used Pound, but it failed. So, yeah. But yeah, what was your first Pokemon game?
First Pokemon game was Pokemon Red. I go back
Red.
to the start, mate.
I had Pokemon Blue. Everyone used to laugh at me.
No,
I always got the wrong one. I got Pokemon Blue. Then I got Yellow. That wasn't the wrong one.
Yellow's a single game of itself. So.
Yeah, and then I got Pokemon Silver instead of...
Silver, I had Silver.
I
No
got-
wrong with Silver. Silver was the best one.
Yeah, but everyone was like Gold is the one. But
No,
Silver...
Silver's better.
I've got a-
Lugia is better than her.
I've got a funny story about Pokemon Silver.
Go on.
I had... Well, my mum had a friend who used to have a daughter.
Used to have a daughter.
Okay, she's
has gone very
who
bad
has a
all of a
daughter. My mum had a friend. Has a friend. My mum has a friend who has a daughter.
Right.
Currently still alive.
Okay.
And they used to come to our house, and she used to break my toys. So I had
Lovely.
I had a Game Boy Color, and I didn't want her to go on it because she'd delete my save and get like a manky and call it like bum face, and I would rather not call it bum face.
I'll
So
call it Facebook.
but she'd save over like I'd like be out the Pokemon League and she'd just start a new game and save over it and I'd be like nah, and that's the most annoying. So
that's evil.
so-
I have killed for less.
So we made the conscious decision to put my Game Boy Color on top of the grill, just to keep it out of reach of her because she was only small.
No.
But like
No.
so she they went home, and I wasn't playing on the Game Boy that night. I thought I'd just watch up television, go to bed. So the next day,
I can see where this is going. No.
my mum's like, "Hey, do you want some?"
No.
I believe it was sardines on toast.
No.
Would you like some sardines on toast? I was like, yeah.
No. I'm
Love some.
cringing already.
So I I had my sardines on toast given to me, and I looked and I was like, Mum, what colour are sardines? She was like, well, it's kind of a reddy pink. And I was like, not silver, are they? No.
No.
Mum, there's bits
No.
of purple and... Mum, where's my Game Boy?
No.
So I had Game Boy for breakfast.
No. No.
Silver. Pokemon
No.
Silver was inside, my Game Boy Color was there.
No.
Melted onto my breakfast.
No.
Don't cry. You let me bring back the tears to me.
No.
That was probably the
No.
most devastating moment of my life.
No, I can't.
Yeah, I know.
Oh.
I know. It's okay.
No.
So yeah, that's... So I got gold after that with a new Game Boy. But it was many unhappy memories. And I was at the Pokemon League and I just saved it. Just before I decided to challenge. Did you just bring your moose in?
No, that was me.
That
was
yeah.
just-
So that's the
that is the most painful thing I've ever heard.
yeah. It's the most painful thing that ever happened.
That's
It
just-
tasted alright though. Funny
You
enough.
actually ate it.
Well, I had a little nibble.
Munch.
I thought, you are what you eat. I will become Pokemon.
Munch. Oh, Lig is evolving.
Dun, 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 dun. Hold B, no! Wow.
Would you like to give a nickname to your breakfast?
Would you like to give a nickname to your breakfast? Pokemon. Yeah, so that's my very, very upsetting Pokemon story.
That's just painful on so many levels.
Yeah.
What did you name your rival in Blue?
I gave
Who
him-
was Gary in the anime? Which you
Yeah.
could name him because for some reason Professor Oak can't remember the name of his own grandson.
Every single professor seems to have a lot of Alzheimer's in that game, in those games. Every professor's like, what's his fucking name again?
They can't even tell if you're a boy or a
What's
girl.
your name? Are you a boy or a girl? It's like, are you cut out for this job, Professor? Because like you're telling me to go and index every Pokemon in the land.
Yes, I am the world's leading Pokemon expert. Here's an empty encyclopedia. Go find me some Pokemon.
Now, are you a boy or a girl? It's like, this is why I'm taking the Pokedex, not you.
But you do realize
I've gotten too old. No, you've gotten too forgetful.
But you do realize every single professor only gave you a Pokemon to send you into the world so we can go next door and shag your mum.
I welcomed it. I was like,
Have fun, guys.
I'm going to take this Pokedex. I'm going to do this mission. And by the way, my mum is single and free right now. In fact, she's in bed. Professor Oak. So,
Would you like me
he
to-
was like, would you like to see my Oak? Hey,
Would-
Ash.
Would you?
Would you like this?
The mum turned around and goes, would you like me to keep some of your money for you? I will keep it so that you can get stuff. No, it's mine. Mine
Oh
now.
yeah, you used
mine
to
now.
send some to mum. I was like, oh, for fuck's sake.
I'd really
I don't even
rather
live
not.
there. I'm still paying rent.
Exactly.
Have you got?
You
Have
can
you
always,
got
you
your
can
key?
always say no.
You could do, but like once you've said yeah, man, she's
Yeah,
she's
you're
insistent.
screwed.
She's
I
ringing you.
bought-
Would you
I
like me
bought
to?
you-
Yeah,
How much money have you sent me over the years? 10 grand. Oh, I bought you a potion.
I bought you a potion. Well,
How much was the potion?
10 grand.
What did you buy? A potion.
I love
Of who?
potion.
Some guy around the corner.
I think his name was Professor Oak.
Don't take that, mum. Well, here's one for you then.
Yeah.
With Pokemon. In the anime, Ash.
Mm-hmm.
He's not going to become a Pokemon master. No, he's going to become a Pokemon professor.
Oh, because he's got a
He's
name
got
of a tree.
Exactly.
Gary's defo gonna be Pokemon Master.
Nah, Gary's going to be his bitch.
Gary's gonna be the one. Gary's gonna be the one that, as you're leaving the lab, he just exclamation mark comes up and he's like, "Hey, here's a potion for you for your journey."
Yeah.
He's like, oh.
No, Gary's going to
What's
be
your name?
Gary's going to be the promoter that
Gary.
you find in all the gyms.
But if you think about it, Professor Oak's a surname. And what's Gary's surname?
Oak.
Oak. Ash is Ash's first name. It's not going to be Professor
Well, what's
Professor
his second
Ketchum.
name then? Ketchum. Ash Ketchum.
Yeah, Professor Ketchum, and that's not an oak. I mean, that's not a tree. So, Gary was more likely to become the professor.
Yeah, of Pilot Town.
Yeah. Just took up his granddad's business and just took over, really.
Bitch.
He,
Oak didn't even have a say in the matter.
like, you know, when Gary came back, Oak died pretty quickly. I'm not sure why, Professor Oak. There was...
There was questionable circumstances.
Yeah, I mean, when I walked in with Gary
Involving
and he
the
had the
builder.
knife, well, I was like, what are you doing? He's like, I'm just making a sandwich with what's on it? Tomato sauce and strawberry jam and Professor Oak's blood. What? It's
What?
jam.
Jam. Go back one. No, jam.
What
was the next one?
Sauce? Ketchum.
Ketchum.
I didn't kill Ash and either. That's just a dead. That's a doll of a dead Ash over there.
Okay.
We believe you, Gary.
Who doesn't believe?
Don't kill me.
Poor Gary.
Do you remember what your first ever starter was?
My first ever starter that I did on my first ever playthrough was Bulbasaur.
Mine too.
I chose Bulbasaur
Me too.
because Squirtle, he was okay, but I wanted the grass type. I heard grass types were strong against like the starter few gyms.
Yeah, well, we massively
So-
fucking let down when we realised what the final evolutions of all three were, and we saw our fucking plant monster against a dragon and a giant fucking turtle thing.
Yeah.
Wow, I was like, Blastoise, Charizard, wonder what mine's gonna evolve into? It's just a giant
It's just a
fucking
big
flower.
It's just a
It's an ugly flower thing.
Bulbasaur doesn't evolve, he just goes through stages of obesity.
Basically, yeah. Just gets a bit older and puts a bit of weight on.
Yeah. Bulbasaur doesn't even have a mind of his own, you know. It's the plant.
He's fucking hell, it's just a parasite thing, isn't he?
Yeah.
With a face.
Yeah. And as he evolves, it's the plant taking over more and more. Because it starts to open, doesn't it?
Yeah, oh shit.
That's why he's all like fat and dozy when he's finally evolves it.
The dark world of Pokemon.
Indeed.
Do you know, there's obviously the... I don't know if you guys have stumbled upon this possibility, but it's the possibility that Ash is actually in a coma.
I've heard this theory.
Yeah.
I've heard this theory, that's why he never ages.
Yeah, he never ages, and I can't
when he-
remember
when
the
he-
ins and outs of it, but...
Yeah, when he crashed or whatever and was passed out for a bit and supposedly saw Hollow. Supposedly that was the moment where he got put into the coma, and the rest of the journey after that is all in his mind.
Okay, but he sees how after he sees his first Pokemon, so...
Well, he's still sort of in his pyjamas at this point.
Yeah, but you would assume that the coma includes the Pokemon, like, Pokemon isn't real. The Pokemon aren't real at all, they're just figments of his imagination.
Don't destroy my childhood. We've already done that.
And so you'd think that as soon as the anime starts or whatever, that's...
Well, there's also...
But obviously, it's one of the few things that the anime is actually based off the game, as opposed to the other way around.
There's also another theory that the reason Ash doesn't age is because when he sees Ho-Oh, supposedly in one of the descriptions of the game, and one of the games, I think it's Gold, it says the person who sees Ho-Oh gets their greatest wish granted to them. And all Ash wants to do is travel around and train Pokemon, meet them and stuff, and stay forever. So that's the theory why he doesn't age.
That's really interesting. Whatever happened to Ash? Is he
He's still going. He's still going. I mean, I stopped watching Pokemon a while ago. I still play the games, but I've stopped watching the anime a bit. So it started getting silly.
Yeah.
But
because there was like...
he is still going. And
Sidekicks,
Pikachu's still
like
going.
Brock and
Pikachu
Misty.
must be like fucking level 100 by now at least.
And at least like 40,000 years old as well, 40,000.
Well, do Pokemon age? That's the question.
That is a good question. No. End the question. But yeah, but the sidekicks as well, man, they ruined them. Like at first it was Brock and Misty and they were awesome.
Yeah, they were fantastic.
I loved them, and Team Rocket were fantastic. Jesse and James.
Did you know that Team Rocket's poses and stuff, they always posed into a letter R? Like she's got like the big red hair that curves.
Oh yeah.
She'd pose in a way that her legs or whatever pose to make the letter R along with the big curve. And James would sort of
stand there
position himself. Who didn't? Come on. But there's another theory that James is the real Pokemon Master. Because Ash, okay, yeah.
No Pokemon Master ever gets eaten by his own victory bell. Alright?
No, but think of it this way. Ash, he forcibly caught his Pokemon. Hardly ever used them and always released them. Right?
Didn't always release them.
He released a fair few with them. He's released more Pokemon than he's caught.
No.
That doesn't make any sense, but...
No. He released more Pokemon than he's caught. So he caught some, but he just grabbed some and locked them in cages, and he released them. But he hadn't actually caught them.
But the thing is, Ash always uses them to fight and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But James...
just uses them to suck his head. That sounds
so wrong. But James always asks Pokemon if he wants to come with him before he puts them in the Pokeball. He's always kind to his Pokemon. He looks after them. His Coughing loved James so much. He'd hug his Coughing and everything. The only Pokemon that Ash showed any affection towards was his Pikachu.
Yeah.
Only because if he showed any anger towards Pikachu would electrocute him.
Well, if you think about it, he did save that Charmander that was dying out, and he took it to the Pokemon Center, and that's affection.
Yeah, but I mean, he saved a dying Pokemon. Who wouldn't? It's on the floor, it's here, so he'd save it. We saved a pigeon the other week.
True story. Yeah. I wish it had been a Pidgey that we'd say.
Oh, yes.
Would have been like, oh my god, Pokemon are real.
Yeah, let's bounce a ball off your head and take it to a Pokemon Center. You're injured, obviously, don't get in the ball.
But No, what was we just saying? What was the last
That
part?
James is the real Pokemon
James is
Master,
the real
not
Pokemon
Ash.
That's
Because all the Pokemon
interesting.
James has ever had have gone with him willingly, and he's always took care of them.
It'd be sick his coughing loved them, but like the Victory Bell, when they love you, just like put your fucking body in their mouth.
Well,
Is that their sign of affection?
this so-called
pretty scary motherfuckers.
affectionate Charmander burnt Ash to a crisp on multiple occasions when he turned into a Charizard, and Ash had to take him to a Charizard sanctuary,
Yeah.
which is the
And then he said clinic.
which is the equivalent of us taking a unwanted dog to a pound because we don't like it anymore.
Yeah, but he took it there to.
He took it there because he didn't fucking want it anymore.
Yeah, but if you had a dog and all it did was just bark and hate and bite you, you'd take it to a pound, wouldn't you? You wouldn't sit there and take it every day. You wouldn't just
Exactly.
Just be like,
So
oh,
where's
just bite me.
exactly, but the Victory Bell kept eating James, but he showed it affection in the end. The Victory Bell, Victory Bell.
Victor Capariga.
Yeah, the Victory Bell
Victory!
ended up obeying James and helping him and actually saved his life at one point, if I do believe I'm right. I think I remember that.
I don't remember that.
I think I remember it. Like, James was in trouble, he was going to fall off a cliff, and all his Pokemon sort of lined up and helped him.
Oh, and the vines
Yeah,
picked him up.
yeah.
Well, I don't remember it. I'm just guessing that's how it
I
would
think
do it.
that's what
I
happened.
doubt it sucked him up.
No, it picked him up and sort of saved him.
That's interesting.
So, yeah, James is the real Pokemon Master.
Jesse and James were cool motherfuckers.
Yes, they were. What was your least favourite Pokemon? That if you saw it-
Zubat.
Well, that's an obvious one because
Zubat.
Because my Repel, your Repel has wore off. Shit, I can't
Shit,
move.
I'm in Mount Moon and there's Zubat everywhere and the odd Geodude. But it was fucking Zubat. I hated Zubat. Just hated it. I just wanted it.
He was dead weak as well.
And then it evolved and you were like, oh, it's evolved. At least it won't be a fucking. Oh, it's a fucking Golbat.
It's got a bigger mouth.
It's the same,
Yay.
except it just looks like more of an annoying
Now it's got
bastard.
eyes and a bigger mouth.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. Exactly. What was your least favourite?
My least favourite. Obviously, are we talking original cast here? 150, first 150.
Yeah, we'll go for
technically?
first 151 because that's what everyone knows. If you
Yeah.
don't know that, do some.
Right, my least favourite of the original 151 had to be Spearow. He was fucking useless.
Yeah. Okay.
He barely knew any moves. Oh, I'm gonna peck you.
You didn't train him.
I purposefully went out my way to train a Spearow once.
He took
Got it
his
up
to level 100.
Got a Spearow, which evolved into a Fearow, up to level 100. It was fucking shit.
It was crap, yeah.
The most it learned was HMs that I taught it so it could fly. And Peck and Drillbeak. How useless is that? When Pidgey...
Drillbeak.
Yeah, Fearow learns
Drillpeck.
Drillbeak. No, Drillbeak.
Drillbeak. Drillpeck.
Whatever. But, at least with Pidgey, you can learn proper stuff like Gust, Sand Attack, proper Fly. Fly.
Wing attack.
attack.
Proper stuff.
It had variety. There's another useless Pokemon. Weedle.
Weedle.
Yeah.
It's not useless.
Weedle, Kakuna, and...
Don't say Beedrill because I used to love Beedrill. Beedrill's pretty sick. If you actually bother
He
to
looks
train it,
cool,
if you
but
actually bother to train it, it does pretty well.
anything.
You did?
They learn Poison Sting
Twin Needle.
and Twin Needle. That's it.
You have not bothered to train one up to the level. I trained mine up to like level 60 with Beedrill. It was sick. It was like it became my best, most effective Pokemon.
I didn't like him.
You didn't try. You didn't give him a chance,
I
man.
did. I got him to level 30 and
No,
he
you
was
didn't.
being useless.
No, you didn't. You threw him in the bin. You didn't even release him, just put him in the bin. It'd be funny if the
No, put him
Pokemon
in-
Masters
put him-
just
no, put him
caught
in-
him,
no, put
trained
him
them
in the
up, and
computer.
just put them in the bin.
No, put him in the computer and left him.
Right, but
It's a rot.
definitely put him in the bin by the Pokemon Center. There's the story that like some guy went to like a car boot sale in England. Car boot sale. What would it be called in America?
Garage sale.
It's the same kind of thing,
Same
but
sort of
it's,
thing,
except everyone's in like a massive field within their cars.
Instead of putting in America, a car boot sale to Americans, if any Americans are listening.
It's like that's like John.
Instead of putting all your items out on your front lawn by your garage,
Everyone takes their car.
everyone
to
takes
a
their
field.
car to a field, multiple people, and sets up a table. Hence a car boot sale or a trunk, as you would call it.
Yeah,
You open your trunk and take your stuff out, put it on a table and sell it.
poor elephants, man. We're getting used to just open and store things
No, they can't jump.
in their faces. Let's. So
See previous installments for full details on that one.
the elephants can't jump. Mythology. So yeah, but there was a story that a guy went to one of these car boot sales
Right.
and picked up. It was a cartridge. It had like the Pokemon logo on it,
Well,
but it was just like a black cartridge, and they were like, "Oh, it's a Pokemon game. It must be just I don't know,
okay.
whatever." And you put it in, and it was like the whole game was like really creepy and just about death, and it was like dead creepy music and
To be honest, now you mentioned that, I have
something
heard
about
something like
dead
that.
dead Pokemon and stuff like that, and then at the end it just leaves like a horrible message and stuff like that. But people have recreated the game online, so you can actually play it. I've not played it myself, but apparently it's spooky.
I have heard theories of that.
Um,
I've never played it, but
no, that's obviously a reason I didn't play it, and that's
Well,
because it's fucking spooky, and
yeah.
I'm not into all that.
there was
Um,
also the theory that the Lavender Town tune made people kill themselves.
Yeah, the original one, then they
Yeah.
redid it. But I used to play that with headphones in, and I do remember getting headaches when I was there, but I think that was just the old 8-bit files and stuff, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, it's that kind of...
I think
those
because there
tunes.
was like a few reported cases of like kids who killed themselves in Japan or something like that, and they found that and linked it to that or something, as as they do.
Yeah, there's so much hidden stuff in Pokemon. There was an episode that, like, there's a deleted scene where James has, like, breasts, from Team Rocket. Yeah.
I've seen
And
that.
they're like, him and Jessie kind of got in bikinis, and
seen
massive boobs. Like, what the fuck, James?
And there's another one where in the opening credits to the actual anime, and you see the Tentacruel hitting the massive one hitting the building. That was a unreleased episode because it was going to be set to release around the same time as 9/11.
Well, I
this
remember that. I
this-
watched that episode on television.
They never probably. I don't know if it.
They did,
It was probably like not released in America. It was probably released over there.
Maybe.
But
that makes
like
sense.
because like Tentacruel destroys the city and stuff, and it was released too close to 9/11, and they thought it'd be in bad taste to release that in America, or maybe or something.
Yeah. But I definitely remember seeing that episode on television, which was
I've never seen it.
confusing when I heard that, because I was like, well, I've seen it. But yeah, there's some creepy stuff in Pokemon.
Well, Pokemon is inherently creepy because when you think about it, you're a 10-year-old boy catching animals into miniature balls which shrink down. You throw them out and make them force them to fight, and you beat people up for money.
That's deep, man.
But yeah, you always get money at the end of a fight, so basically you just walked up to some little kid, beat up his pet and took his money.
That's been Spotligcast. Thanks for listening. Take it easy.
You catch them all if you can. Not STDs.
Arrivederci. Until next time, I've been Lig.
And I have been Spod.
Goodbye.
Pika.
Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and follow Spod Lig Cast.